Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose and thanks for checking in. For those that have been here, karibuni tena, and for those that are new, welcome and hope that you will find a reason to stay. So today I want to do a video about growing up in the village. You see this lady here? She grew up in the village, and so there are so many things that I have struggled with, especially after all I moved from home, going to school, and after school staying in town. So here are some of the things that I have struggled to adapt to or to change, to come to terms with, if I would say. You see this? You get what I'm saying? Sleeveless clothes. Now for me, this one is a bit exposing, so that one I have had to talk myself out of it, and I have had to convince myself that it is okay, I'm not exposing my skin. And so you see spaghettis, the ones that have just a string, that one is a no. They are for staying in the house, not going out. And so the villager in me screams when I see such like things. Number 2, things about church, like dancing vigorously. I grew up in a mainstream church, and mainstream churches from the village and those that are in town are totally different. Even my church, the branch in town is different from the one in the village. And so now I have had to change churches, like from mainstream into Pentecostal churches where people dance themselves out. No, this girl here dances with the heart. You get what I'm saying? Like, people would be dancing themselves out, but I will be there. I think that I'm dancing, but people would tell me, why are you not dancing? And such like things. And I would be like, I thought I danced as much as you did. And somebody would, until one day somebody told me that, Rose, you don't dance. Like completely. And I just discovered that I dance with my heart. Another thing about church, like, I don't know whether it was my church or it is churches in the village. There was no emphasis about even things like giving. Tithing. Even to date, this woman struggles to tithe. Not because, and I don't want, disclaimer is, I'm not blaming anyone for this. It just happened that I grew up in the village, and those things are not like emphasized as they are emphasized in the churches that I went after. And so sometimes I sit down and I'm like, how do I even plan myself? What is this? I have learned and been taught the importance of tithing, the importance of giving. I give. I freely give. I really help if I can. And in a position to help, I do help. But tithing, 10% of your earnings. Oh my God. Lakini Mungu ni nani? I still believe God that one day, one time, I'll remain consistent. So help me God. I'm trying. I really try to keep consistent. But the truth is, I struggle. And that is when it trickles down to the scripture when it says that teach a child the ways they should go, and when they grow up, they'll not depart from it. If I learned about tithing when I was maybe a toddler or a kid in class 1 or 2 or 3, I am 100% sure I would not be struggling right now. But look at me. Thank God, later in life I learned these things. I'm also learning to dance. Trying to just shake my body when people are dancing, but I cannot promise. We work with what is there at the moment. But that one for tithe, I need. That is why I tell you, growing up in the village should be included in our CVs. What do you think, guys? What do you think? If you grew up in the village, what do you struggle with? Just comment down below. Another thing I struggle with is now that one I don't know whether to say it is from the village or it's just me. I don't like being the cause of pain or discomfort to someone. You see, like something like if someone does a mistake and I am the one to tell out that somebody comes asking who did this and this and this, and then it happens that it is me who will say that it is so and so who did. I struggle. I don't even know how I would feel to fire someone if that happens. I don't even like thinking about it because I usually think that I don't know if I have the strength. I have never learned. And you see, if it is something that needs to be reported or something that needs to be said, it is okay to say. That doesn't mean that you're gossiping or something. But I just don't like being the source of a certain feeling by someone that is not pleasant. That is a real and true struggle. So the other thing I struggle with is anything to do with the transport. You know these things called boats, ferry, and all the things that would have me go past many waters into another point. The first time I was in the ferry, I got in and I so freaked, so much so that I closed my eyes and was hanging onto a metallic bar up till we were done with just that short journey. I have never sat on a boat. I don't remember. And even the thought of doing the same has never crossed my mind. Even when someone suggests, I'm like, it's never in my mind. And so this villager, the village in me does not really go well. I just are not friends. Yes, because from where I come from is a bit dry, and so I saw many waters just the other day. I think I would say that. So for you to teach a grown-up how to cross a river or how to get used to boats, to all those things, and those boats don't even look safe. Even for people who are experienced, they don't have a problem with that. How do you sit on something that looks like a piece of paper or in a basin as far as the ocean or a big river is concerned? Just explain that to me. And you go laughing. That one, I have planned so many times to go to Lamu, but the thought that after the airport you have to use a boat to get to the mainland, that one, I have had to postpone again and again and again and again. And that's just me. I think I'll grow up. That one, you give yourself. Everybody has to give themselves just some time. Yes. And who knows? I know how to swim, but using something to cross many waters is the problem. And about waters, like near the ocean and at the beach, the way people dress, when you meet somebody and they are scantily dressed, that one, or even swimming at the beach, the fact that it is a public place where people will see you hardly dressed I struggle to do that. And because of that, I think I almost stopped going to the beach and dressed like I'm going to the beach. I found that it was a struggle that I was not going to overcome. And now that it is not a must that you dress to that standard, I decided to let go and yeah, let the village take its, as in the village roots rule in that one. Because I don't know, how do you go to a place that is so full of people and you start taking off your clothes? You came in when you were a bit dressed, and then one by one you start undressing. Explain to a villager how that just happens. Explain. Even in a swimming pool. And you are not the only person. It is a public swimming pool. And someone goes to freshen up and comes back. I mean, try to think about that. That way that you've come dressed is the way that we dress when we are planning to dress. I mean, tell a villager how you can come out where somebody is watching or looking at you and you only have a bra and a panty. Tell a villager. I mean, you see, my struggles are legit. They're just legit. We would go to the beach or to a swimming pool with friends, and then they would start dressing for the occasion, and I would be left struggling. Sometimes I would go with the desire to swim or to just enjoy beach life, but after internalizing the process of making myself almost naked before people would just have me get fulfilled by the sight of the ocean or just many waters. That has been my life. That has been my life. So if you grew up in the village, I know everybody who was introduced to the urban, they were from the village, especially if you spend a good part of your childhood in the village, you must have struggles that maybe some you've overcome or others are still so deep-rooted in you. If that's your story, like it is mine, munanielewa? Munanipata? Yes, exactly. Let's hear what. Comment down below. But yeah, down below, let's hear what people have to say. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. See you next week, God's willing. Good evening. Bye.